No family, no friends, just a suitcase and faith. If you're new here, my name is Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. So today is a special video. I'm telling you a bit about me, and I hope this video inspires you and encourages you to take risk and trust God and have faith and just believe in yourself. All right, let's get started. About the age of 16, I had just graduated from high school and it was time for university. And my mother suggested Canada. And at that point, I was 16 years old and no one in my family had left Nigeria. My home country is Nigeria. No one had left my home country for a different place. So it was a bit of a risk for myself, for everyone, my mom and everyone else. So everyone was saying to her, "Are you sure that's the best thing to do? She's only 16 years old, da 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 da." And I was like, "I'm okay." She's like, "She's okay. She has faith and she trusts me." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm excited. Why not? Sure." So everyone at this time was pretty scared. No one had ever left the country at that age. So I was like, this sounds exciting to me. While everyone else was scared and worried, I was super excited. I was ready to explore a new country, a new environment. So I was more so excited than worried or concerned. I packed my bags and went and got to the airport. So I packed my bags and me and my mom headed to the airport. She dropped me off at the airport and she said, "Yeah, bye, peace, enjoy yourself." And that was it. So I was by myself, got to Canada and started a new life at the age of 16. To be honest with you, the first part of it was exciting, and then along the way, it did get challenging quite a bit. But God just was helping me at each point in time, and it became a beautiful journey. Like everything started to roll on and happen in my life, university, all of that. So everything kind of just happened naturally. And at this time, everyone in my family saw how successful the experience was, saw that I was doing well for myself, and they also were motivated to send their kids to Canada as well. I was the first in my family to leave Nigeria at the age of 16, and everyone else was kind of then everyone else got motivated to also leave the country, Nigeria, for a new place, and saw that if I could do it, they can also do it. So that was my first inspirational journey. All right, so fast forward to 2020. This was during COVID, and the world was locked down. Basically, everyone was scared and just staying at home. And I just had the urge to, not urge, I had the leading from God to leave Toronto. I was living in Toronto at the time, so I was in Toronto. When I moved to Canada, I moved to Toronto. So I had finished university, I had gotten my first big girl job, and I had gotten my permanent residence, my PR at the time. So I was pretty settled. I had achieved what I came to do in Canada, basically, and I had the leading that it was time to move again. So now keep in mind, it's 2020, everyone is scared and worried. And I remember that I had visited Banff in Alberta the previous year, which is 2019, for my birthday, and I really liked Banff. Banff is filled with mountains, which is the opposite of Toronto. Toronto is all like high-rise buildings, like buildings everywhere, condos, apartments, and not much of mountains. So when I got to Banff, I was like, this is so beautiful. I was in awe of the whole environment. It seemed so serene, so beautiful, so quiet, and I just loved it. And I remember at the time, I had a screensaver on my phone, and the screensaver was this scripture. I'll read it out for you. It's Isaiah 54 verse 10, which says, "Though the mountains may be shaken and the hills be removed, yet my unfailing love for you will not be shaken, nor my covenant of peace be removed, says the Lord who has compassion on you." Immediately I saw this, I was like, whoa. All I see is mountains, and then my screensaver talks about mountains. So that was kind of my first confirmation from God that it was a goal for Alberta. Did my research, I saw that it was much cheaper than Toronto, and I had finished school, I had got my PR, so nothing was holding me back in Toronto. So I remember I told all my friends that I was moving from Toronto to Calgary, and they were like, "Why? Like, who moves from Toronto to Calgary? Why would you do that?" And I just kept saying, like, I have a leading from God. I have my confirmation from God that it was time to leave. And that was the city I had the most peace with. And everyone was like, "No, I don't think you should do it. Calgary is boring. There's nothing there. People were saying, why would if you, like why would you go there if you don't have a job there? And I'm like, I just trust God that God will make a way from me. So I didn't even have a job. I didn't have a job to go to in Calgary. I had a job in Toronto. So everyone was like, why would you leave your current job and then go to a new place without a job, without family, without friends? People ask me that, like, do I know anyone in Calgary? And I was like, no, I don't know anyone. And they're like, wow, like, no. So everyone was discouraging me. Everyone was saying that it's a huge risk, especially now as during COVID, everyone is scared and at home. That is not the perfect time to leave to go start a new life in a new city. But I was like, I have faith it's gonna work out. So literally, I had all kinds of discouragement anyone could ever hear. I had it all, like literally. I don't know. I wasn't scared at all. I just remember the fact that God brought me from a different country to from Nigeria. I remember that God brought me from Nigeria to Canada at 16. He can do anything, and that He has done so much for me, even between that time till 2020, which is like 2012. Yeah, from 2012 to 2020. And I'm like, if God can do it back then, He can always do it again. So I really trusted God, and I packed up my suitcase again, packed up my luggage, and headed to the airport by myself. No family, no friends, just myself, my suitcase, heading to the airport again. I'll insert some clips as well. Hi guys. Hi everyone. So this is my last day in Toronto. I'm officially moving to Calgary. Guess who asked me to make this video? My mom. She's like, yeah, I should make it for memories. I'm just gonna do this quickly. The lights are still off, but yeah, this is my last day in Toronto. So yeah, I'm going to Calgary. I'm excited for this move. This is like I've been in Toronto for like over like 8 years. So this is like the first time I'm moving out of Toronto. So I'm excited. I'm gonna show you my stuff. And yeah. I was super excited. I had already looked up a new apartment there, so I was ready to move. I had some, savings as well. So I packed up and yeah, got to the airport and left and arrived in Calgary. So when I got to Calgary, I was super excited. I moved into my new apartment and I began my job search. And you all will not believe this. Within 2 weeks, just 2 weeks of moving from Toronto to Calgary, I got a job, and it was an amazing job at the time. I remember the interviewer was saying, "You just moved to Calgary and you're here?" In an interview, I was like, "Yep, that's God for you." So yeah, I just had moved from Calgary to Toronto, and I was already at my first job within 2 weeks, and I already began my journey. So I was just super excited at this. Literally, blessings began to flow back to back at this time. I got my first car within a year of being in Calgary, made new friends, and got involved in my local church. I started to serve. That's one of the goals that I had while I was even in Toronto, to be involved in a church. And I never really found that in Toronto. And I found a church I could actually serve and be involved in. And it's been over like 5 years now, and I'm still serving that church. And I've even grown in the church as well. My service, the community that I've built there. And yeah, I'm just happy, like, with all the blessings that God has brought through. So I'm making this video to encourage you right now that if you're thinking about taking a leap of faith, just believe in yourself. Pray about it first. Pray about it first before you make that huge change in your life. And if you receive a confirmation from God, if you have peace with it, just do it. No matter what anyone says to you, people are going to discourage you. People are going to put their own opinions. They're going to put their own biases on you. Just ignore it and just follow God's leading. Have faith in God, trust God, and believe in yourself. You can do this. Like, take that risk, take that calculated risk. Can you hear me? Take that calculated risk. You can do this. You got this. I believe in you. So believe in yourself. And trust me, when you look back at it, you're going to be super proud of yourself. Like, I feel so proud of myself for doing this. And I'm just grateful to God for making me a leader. And oh, just to add to this as well, after I had moved from Toronto to Calgary, when I had moved, the city was quite empty and it wasn't as busy. And now Calgary is such a busy city. Like, it's so busy right now, and people are moving from Toronto, from Vancouver, from other parts of Canada to Calgary because of how people now like it. So, and it's crazy because people who back then who were saying, "Oh, are you sure you can do this or that?" They are the ones asking me now, like, "How do you do it? Tell me, lead me, show me the way." So literally, I took the risk, and now I've become a leader to inspire other people to take risk and do the same. So now people are asking me for advice on how to move from Toronto to Calgary. And here I am, like inspiring other people. I'm grateful to God for making me that leader, that person that can inspire others, that can encourage others to take risk and just get things done. So just make sure you're just doing what God has called you to do and believe in yourself and go achieve your goals. You got this, all right? If this video was a blessing to you, if this video inspired you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Leave a comment down below if you've done any big move in your life and how that affected you. If you have a similar story to mine, please leave a comment down so I know that I'm not alone and we have more people out there. And I hope this video inspires you. If this video inspired you, leave a comment down with the word inspired. All right. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.